Welcome to another workout today, everybody. We just always have to say this. We are so proud of you. We're so happy to be doing this alongside you guys. And the fact that you allow us to guide you in this is just a true joy for us. We are just really excited to be a part of this with you guys.
Yeah, we're pumped. It's great. So we're going to take you through a circuit today. This is more cardio than it is strength. And about the only thing that you'll see us using for resistance is going to be a band, which we're using right now. That's optional. We'll show you some variations today. Wally's saying hi, by the way, everyone.
Yep, yeah, Wally's telling us a little story here.
For your warm-up, if you're following along, that first exercise is what we call a band pull-apart, and that's what's going to kind of work your backside muscles, right? Some of those arm muscles in the back. Next exercise is a plank with a shoulder tap. You always have the option to do just a plank. You can be on your knees, you can be on your toes. The shoulder tap really puts you on 3 points of contact, and it makes it a little more challenging to try to stay square, right? Trying not to rotate. So that's why we put that shoulder tap in there. Your third exercise is a side shuffle. Just about any sideways movement will work here. And if you'll remember from some of our past videos, we're using the length of our rug because it's there. If you have a mat, if you have 2 points that you can kind of say, hey, I'm gonna go from here to here, that works too. There's nothing magical about the distance that we're going, more just the motion and that it's adding up into cardio. Your next exercise is a lunge. I always tell my people, you may do any lunge, and you'll see me do 4 different styles here. I'm gonna do a that was a backward lunge. Then I'm gonna step forwards. You'll see me move to a sideways lunge and then even a curtsy lunge. You can mix them up like I am. You can also choose to do 1 per round or 1 the whole time. It doesn't matter. Again, go with what feels best for you as you're doing this. Good.
Probably 1 type of lunge per 30 seconds though, right? Is that what you would
say?
say?
You could. If you really wanted to mix it up, you could do any of them as long as
I suppose, yeah. I guess you're right. Yeah, we're just kind of moving around today.
To do that.
Yeah.
Yep. And then your last motion is going to be your hollow body hold. And I'm sorry, that's what I'm saying. That's what we're choosing to do. It's really a core movement. And I always want to give people as much freedom as they want, just because everyone's so different and things can feel better or worse. So if you've got your own special core move, here's your chance to have a little autonomy and choose what you want. Mags and I are choosing to do the hollow body hold today, or variations of that. Now, so you know what's coming. Each exercise is going to be 30 seconds long. You get about a 30-second breather here. We are going to do 4 more rounds. So that warm-up round never really counts. You're kind of getting your body going, but you'll notice the stopwatch doesn't start until we're ready to start calling it exercise. You're going to go 4 rounds, which is going to take us about 10 minutes, and then we're going to have a stretch to finish your day out. Now, as always, our target is to get about 20 minutes per day. So keep in mind that you might want to go do some walking or other stuff in a little bit. Ready? Let's begin. First exercise is your band pull apart. You'll see Maggie's using the band. If you don't have a band, you can do what I'm doing, which is kind of what I tell my kids is like flapping your wings. Just pretend you're a bird and you'll have it down. Yeah. And to get a little more motion out of it, you can bend down a little bit, and then you'll see I was kind of flapping out to the side, and now I'm going up a little bit. And again, just do what feels best for your shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent first round. Go ahead and transition down to the ground. Let's start those planks, and if you feel it, let's do some shoulder taps. Now, anytime you're doing a plank, whether that includes tapping your shoulders or not, I always think of this as an anti-rotation exercise. You are doing your best to not wiggle or spin or shift, and you'll see our hips, you almost have to do that a little bit. You're just trying to minimize it. So again, like our first round always is, look and feel good, play around with this. 3, 2, 1, let's move to your side shuffle. Excellent. You're moving sideways, you're bending down, you're reaching towards the ground. Now, I'm touching the ground, that doesn't mean you have to. Some people just reach out, some people touch their knees, some people touch their ankle. If you have a water bottle or a milk jug standing up to the outside, you can reach towards that. That all works. You're doing great. You've got about 6 more seconds. Keep going. And again, it doesn't have to feel like hard exercise yet. You're gonna get there. 3, 2, 1, lunges, any style. And for our friends out there that lunges just don't work for those knees, remember squats are always an option. So is doing a step up if you want to have a book that you want to step on, or you've got stairs and you want to just go up and down those, or maybe even go up 1 stair. That'll work. The goal is to move, and especially with our cardio day, we don't need a ton of resistance. Whatever you've got handy, use it, and the goal is just to keep going. 3, 2, 1. Hollow body hold or core, whichever one you'd like to do. You'll see us do some variations right now. We're doing what's just called a hold. Now, if you are joining us for the hollow body hold, the key thing to remember, always number one, is keep your low back pressed into the floor, the mat, whatever you're laying on. If you can't do that, consider backing off just a little bit. You can bend your knees, you can go a little more upright. There's lots of variations, but try to do that. 3, 2, 1. You're gonna move back to that band, pull apart, go ahead and begin. Now remember, when we're doing a circuit or when we're doing cardio, we're kind of taking rest out of the equation. For the most part, we wanna keep you going, and that's a big part of what makes it consistent cardio. So far, we're looking good.
Yeah, you might notice that Aaron snuck some get-ups in there.
Always.
And I found myself breathing pretty heavy. Anytime I stood up, it was like,
4,
oof, I'm feeling
3, 2, 1. Plank shoulder taps, for sure, right?
It's a good feeling. You want to feel like you're working. You want to feel like you're getting something out of it, right?
One of the hallmarks of what I say my programming, and really it's Maggie's and it's our programming, is you're going to be getting up and down off the ground. You've got your body weight, you should be able to use it, and getting up and down off the ground is kind of a life skill. The more that you can do that and do it readily, probably the better off you're going to be. So yeah, I'm sneaky, but not that sneaky. You're going to do a lot of get-ups. 4,
Sneaky, but I'll
3,
tell you.
right, 2, 1. Let's go side shuffle. Good. Sideways motion. And again, a lot of people get hung up on, which hand should I reach? You know, do I reach across? Do I reach down with the same one? And I'll say that it almost doesn't matter. Go with what feels best for you.
Yeah, and I was feeling a little fatigued today. So for whatever reason, my heart rate was going a little
10 seconds.
harder, and I knew that I wanted to keep this at a moderate workout. So I started to just kind of walk
3,
from side to side.
2, 1. Let's see those lunges. Yeah, I love that you dialed it down.
Yeah,
right?
just
you did
instead
what you
of doing the running from side to side, I kind of just took it a little
did what
slower.
you needed to do.
Still got that side movement in, and then was ready for those lunges.
Exactly. 15 seconds to go. Now, one thing I always like to tell people, at some point during each round is kind of what the focus point is for that round, the intention. Now that you're in round 2, you're trying to make everything a little bit better, right? You took round 1, you made it look good, you made it feel good. 3, 2, 1. Let's get back down for that hollow body hold. Use your time this round to dial it up a little bit, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be harder, just better. Better is really the key word for round 2. And you'll see me doing a variation, probably a poor one, but when I've done some Pilates classes, they call this 100. I'm not sure if it's exactly right, but instead of my hands being behind my head, they're in front and I'm pumping them up and down. It changes it up a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Let's start round 3. Hey, you're halfway there. Nice job. Okay, round 3. The intention is make it feel like a workout. You've been doing this for a little while. It needs to feel like exercise now. The reminder, we usually rate it one of 3 ways. What you're doing can feel easy, it can feel medium, or it can feel challenging. Almost always when we're doing our workouts like this, we're aiming for a medium to challenging intensity. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down for planks with that shoulder tap. Yeah, we're aiming for that moderate to challenging intensity. And again, if it's not that for you, if it still feels relatively easy and you feel like you have space to go a little bit farther, by all means, go ahead. Speed it up. Add a little oomph to it. I always tell people sometimes just by flexing those core muscles, your tummy muscles, your glutes, your whole body, if you can find a moment each exercise to kind of squeeze and almost turn into a statue for just a moment, you'll get there. 3, 2, 1, stand up and let's do those lunges. Now here side shuffle here. Here you're seeing me do a variation we call a skater. Instead of kind of shuffling, I guess, where you're back and forth, you'll see me do a little bit of a hop. Some people like that, it adds it up. If your balance is at all in question, careful with this one. You can play around with it, but I love adding a little bit of balance. 3, 2, 1. Now we get to go with those lunges. Again, any variation that works for you. I think Maggie's been doing kind of that forward, backward variation. You've seen me transition through these. I'm now doing side lunges. And you are doing excellent. You've got about 15 more seconds. Keep rocking it. Your form should look good. You've dialed it up. It should feel like exercise. You've got some oomph going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hollow body hold or your core movement. And here you'll see me doing a variation we call a dead bug, which is that same hollow position. I've got that low back pressed into the mat, and then I'm lowering, slowly lowering an arm and a leg. And I like to go opposites, right? So my right arm, my left leg. You do what works for you. And I will apologize, our little man, who you can maybe hear in the background, had a super stinky diaper. So I was, you'll see me leave out to change him. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. You've got one more round. That's 3 rounds in. You've got 7.5 minutes done. You've got your last stretch going. Hey, everybody, there's little Wally, stinky little Wally. All right, you've got about 15 seconds left. Round 4 is all about finishing well. You've been doing these band pull-aparts. You know exactly what to do. Make them look good. Make them feel good. Make it feel like exercise. You're almost there. 3, 2, 1. Pull-aparts are done. Congratulations. Let's get down for those planks with the shoulder taps. Woohoo! These are challenging, by the way. They can be. Planks are hard enough. You throw one arm up and you have to balance a bit, trying not to rotate, trying not to spin. It's challenging. It's good stuff for us. Now, as a reminder, if it's too challenging, a simple fix here is to spread the feet a little bit. Give yourself a slightly wider base. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No more planks. Side shuffle now. You're almost done, ladies and gentlemen. You've got about a minute left. Minute and a half. We like to round up or down here. Good. Go at your speed. Make it look good. Make it feel good. Always number one priority. You've dialed it up a little bit now. It feels like exercise, and you are going to finish strong. You've got 8 seconds to go. Fantastic. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lunges, please, as soon as you're ready. Any style. Now, the one you didn't see me do was my curtsy lunge. I like those. Get your hips to move a little differently. Sometimes, because we can move that way, we will try to move that way. But again, as always, do what looks and feels good for you. Love it. You've got 10 seconds to go. Keep it smooth. If your knee touches the ground, awesome. If it doesn't, that's okay too. You keep rocking it. 3, 2, 1. Finish with that core move or your hollow position. It'll work. Final countdown. You've got less than 30 seconds to go, closer to 20. Even this should still feel like exercise. Keep rocking it. If you can't keep that low back down, remember, bend those knees, bring the arms back in, do what you can, but you are almost done. Here we go. Count it down with me. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great workout today. We are going to go right into that stretch, and it transitions nicely. Keeping in mind, we're working on that cross leg position. Hey, we're back. He's not stinky anymore. What Maggie's going to do is she's going to pull that knee into her chest, and then you're going to keep that other leg bent, and you're going to keep it right where it's at. And what you're going to do is slowly move it off to the side. And when you lean it out that way, you'll probably feel a stretch on that inner thigh, or maybe up into that groin, those groin muscles a little bit. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to add a little motion now. And what you're going to see Maggie do is slowly bring that knee up and then slowly rock it back down. And this is the motion part of the stretch. Now remember, that's always optional. Some people love that static hold where you're just holding it out. Some people love the dynamic part. I actually prefer a mix of the two. So that's why you'll see us usually do that. You've got about 5 more seconds before you switch it up. 2, 1. Let's switch sides. You've done great. Now remember, our stretch is primarily to help you in that kind of sitting posture, especially if you're going to sit cross-legged, which is what happens when you're on the floor. We've already talked about how advantageous it is to get up and down from the floor. So this is just a way for you, when you're down on the floor, to sit and sit comfortably. But it's also a nice way for us to cool down from the exercise today. And like I said at the beginning, our goal is always to get a minimum of about 20 minutes a day. We're going to try to do this daily. This was about a 10-minute workout. And what we would suggest is that you supplement that by going on a walk, going and doing something else, or doing another one of our exercise videos.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of people think you can only do strength one day, or every other day. And most of the research around that says, no, you can do it every day if you want to. You can do it consecutive days, as long as it's feeling good for you. You're not feeling overly
as long as you're
fatigued.
not overly exerting yourself, right? Yeah.
Exactly right. Okay, you've got about 10 more seconds, and then we're gonna transition. Remember, after we do our stretch, we're always gonna get back into the posture that we're trying to get. So Maggie's gonna sit up, and I will let her sign us off.
Yeah. And one thing, Aaron, I wanted to ask you. I felt tighter on one of my legs than the other. I'm assuming that's normal?
Totally normal.
Great.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah, that's absolutely normal.
Okay, well, you guys can see Wally's joining us for our send-off. And as always, we would love for you guys to subscribe to this channel so that you never miss. And go ahead and give us a thumbs up too. Hopefully more people will see our videos that way. And we are excited to do our next workout with you. Make it a great day.